Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So today I thought I'd do a quick video, more like a demo and a wear test on a foundation that I actually got many moons ago. I actually almost forgot I had this. So the foundation I'm talking about is the Max Factor Healthy Skin Harmony Miracle Foundation. So it looks like this. I can get that right. So it looks like this. And there are two different I've got two different colors because I couldn't find my exact shade. So the colors I have are Toffee 90 and Tawny 95. It comes with SPF of 20 and something called Healthy Look Complex. So on their website, I just went on the Max Factor website just to give you a quick description of what the foundation claims to do. So it says Max Factor Healthy Skin Harmony Miracle Foundation is a multitasking product that will help you achieve a flawless and radiant healthy skin look in one application. I think on Superdrugs actually says more. I remember buying this foundation because at the time there was a claim about how, or at least one of their taglines to the marketing, to the campaign for this foundation was that your skin was better with the foundation than it was without, because it has kind of skin benefits and properties to it. So I don't know what those exact things are. If I do happen to find them, if I remember, I will put it somewhere on the video or maybe in the description box. So there are 18 shades, I want to say. So that's 12 and 6, yeah, 18 shades. The darkest shade is something called Soft Sable, and that is the shade after this. So this one is Tawny 95, so they could definitely go a lot darker, but I do find that the Soft Sable is actually quite dark. The only problem with them is that they skip shades, so they favor the lighter shades, which is originally what Max Factor is. Like, I've never ever blinked twice at Max Factor makeup because it tends to cater towards, you know, the more Caucasian or kind of tanned you know, skin tones. Yeah, so that's the reason why I've never ever bought anything Max Factor. So I went into Superdrug and I saw this at the time and I was like, oh wow, Max Factor has finally decided to open its eyes and, you know, branch out into deeper toned skin tones. So, which is really good, but again, they could definitely do with more shades, and they could definitely do with extending, you know, their range to cater to more, you know, darker skin tones. So this foundation, it doesn't claim to be a matte foundation, so I think it's meant to be one of those natural. I think it's meant to be one of those natural skin finish type of foundations. I have put a little bit on the back of my hand just to see if I can get my shade across these two bottles, and I couldn't get my exact shade from what I mixed, but I only mixed it once. So it comes with a really nice sturdy pump. The bottle is glass and it's a really nice shape. And yeah, so I'm just going to mix the two and swatch. I'll put the two on my cheek so you can see what it looks like. I've already moisturized, applied my sunscreen, applied my primer, and that's what you see here. So if my brows look a little ashy, it's because I've just applied my primer over it. So I think I'm just going to apply the foundation, then I'll come back after I've applied the rest of my face, because my battery is about to die and I can't do my whole face right now, also because I'm in a hurry. So yes, I'm just going to pump the two shades and I'll show you what they look like. It's very thick. So this is Tawny 95 and this is Toffee 90. So Toffee 90 looks more like a maybe slightly golden, slightly neutral, I want to say. It's kind of in between. I can't decide which undertone it is. That's Toffee 90, that's Tawny 95, and that's a lot cooler than this. This actually has really kind of yellow undertone to it. It's quite yellow, so that is really promising. So I'm going to swatch Toffee on the side of my face so you can see. That's Toffee, and this is Tawny 95. I think I'm definitely going to mix more of the Tawny and just a touch of Toffee, because I think the Tawny on its own would be too yellow and slightly too dark for me. So I've already got a pump of Tawny, so I'm going to do 2 pumps of Tawny and 1 pump of Toffee. And then I'm gonna apply one side with a sponge. This is my L'Oreal sponge. It's actually quite a hard sponge, but when you wet it, it becomes a bit softer, and I like the fact that it looks like it'll be long lasting. It's one of those unbreakable type sponges. It's really weird. When you wet it, it almost feels like what do you call it? Almost like Play-Doh type of thing. Yeah, a lot of people get left bad reviews about this sponge, but I think it's really good in terms of applying foundation, because not because it's soft, because it isn't, but because it applies it flawlessly. It's a very smooth sponge. It's not very porous compared to my Real Techniques sponge. This just looks smooth, almost latexy. So I think in terms of its application, it's closer to the silicone sponge. Yes, that's probably what it is. So I'm just gonna go get a brush. I'll come back and apply one side with the sponge, one side with the brush, finish the rest of my face, and then come back much later on in the day and tell you how it's worn. The time right now is 3:30. I'm going to see how late I can go in the day. I like to get at least 8 hours if I can. Let's see how that goes. I might not be able to do that today. Shh, you are interrupting me. Yes, you are. You are interrupting me. Yeah, apology accepted. So I'm just going to go get a brush from my makeup stash because the one I have here is dirty, and I'll be right back. So I've mixed it a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm just going to apply it with the buffing brush. So in terms of application, it applied really well, really smoothly. It feels like a kind of moisturizer type of product rather than a foundation. But I'm just gonna apply the same amount. Okay, so my battery did die. It was threatening to die and it died on me, so I'm just charging it at the moment. I'm just filming on my phone, and I'm just going to show you how it applies with a sponge. So I've wet the sponge. And just apply a bit more so I can get a bit more coverage on my cheek. I do have some acne scarring on this side here, and the sponge obviously makes it a bit more sheer, a bit more natural, a bit more skin-like. So you can definitely apply this foundation with your sponge if you wanted, but to be honest, it takes too long. I like to finish with the sponge sometimes if I have time, but mostly I like to apply my foundation with a foundation brush. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't look patchy. I'm in a bit of a rush, like I said, but so yeah, it looks quite nice. I like it. It's medium coverage and it has like a natural, kind of like a satiny finish to it. Yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say on this. I like the color match as well. So definitely if you're my skin tone, you probably need a mixture of the two. You might need to alter the ratio of the two a bit in terms of tawny and toffee, but I think I kind of got it quite okay-ish. So yeah, so this is what my face looks like. So that's the foundation, that's the brush side, and this is the sponge side. I think I prefer, to be honest, I won't be able to tell the difference. Maybe slightly because I know I've applied the brush. I feel like it's got slightly more coverage on this side than it does on this, but yeah, it's really up to you. There isn't really much difference between the two. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back later when I've done, and then I'll come back much later and show you what it looks like. Bye for now. Hi everyone, so I'm back and this is the finished result. I love the way this foundation looks and basically how the whole thing has come together. So this is a little bit more of an I want to say, I don't know what it is, but it's on camera it looks really good, and I don't know if it's also a combination of the powders that I've put on top and the fact that I've set my face, or if it's the foundation, but this has given me Maybelline Dream Satin vibes. And yeah, this foundation has like the blendability of, I don't even know, it is the most blendable foundation that I own. Hi. And a close second to that is my Revolution what do you call it, the drop foundation. And I think the next one might actually be my L'Oreal True Match as well. Actually, that's also like kind of all, those top three are like my most blendable foundations. This one is probably right under them, and in terms of how it finishes, it has the same medium coverage, and you can definitely build this up, I think, because the amount I applied on my hand was actually quite thick and it covered quite a lot as well. But I didn't want to apply too much because, like I said, this is just everyday makeup, and so I've just added, so just I think maybe from now on, and when I do my foundation routine, I'll just tell you the products that I use, because I always switch them up. So what did I use after? So I use my what did I use? Yes, I use my MUA loose setting powder and my apricot neutralizing powders. So the powder looks like this. I featured it in my previous videos before. This one for all over my face. That's for all over my face, and the banana powder for under my eyes. I have another MUA powder that I think I'm going to do a quick video on, just comparing it to these powders, and I'm just going to show you a quick sneak peek. And there are these two powders. So these are color correcting powders, so I think I'm going to do a quick video on them and just show you how they work. But these powders are actually even slightly better than this for my under eye area. Not so much for, you know, all over the face. You can use it, but as you can see, you know, you don't get the same amount of product. This is perfect. This is even better than this powder, than the banana powder that I recently did a video on. I'm so glad I found these, and these are £3 and I think these are £4. But I mean, look at the amount of products. So if you want value for money, extra value for money, go with these products. If you want the perfect setting powder for under your eyes, that's available in the drugstore and it's affordable, go for this. So this is the what do you call it, this is the Prime and Conceal Correcting Powder in yellow, and this is the Prime and Conceal Correcting Powder in, I want to say it's peach or something, it's orange, but anyway. So those are the powders that I use under my eye and on my face. And then I also use my L'Oreal True Match powder in 10D Deep Golden for to bronze the perimeter of my face and to bronze my cheekbones a bit. And then I use my MAC, actually I never featured this, I've used this is my MAC Studio Fix powder that I have tampered with, and yes, I did say tampered with. So what it is, I hit pan on it, and you know when you hit pan and it left a bit of a ring, so I scraped the ring of the powder out, because I mean this powder is expensive. I don't know if I'll ever buy this powder again, so I wanted to make sure I finished it up. So I scraped out what was left in the pan, and then I mixed it with one of my loose powders. I think it was my MUA loose powder. It was another one like this, or pressed powder, sorry. And then I think I also mixed it with my sleek powder. So what it is, I mixed it up in a pestle and mortar. I grounded it up, and then I patted it back with some alcohol, 100% alcohol, patted it back into this, made sure it was very close to my skin tone. And so yeah, so that's what I've been using on my face. I never feature it because I don't want to say, oh, this is my MAC Studio Fix powder. It's not really, it's got part Studio Fix, part other things in it. But yeah, so if I ever mention this from now on, you know why. When I say my tampered with MAC Studio Fix powder, that's what it is. So I also put this all over my face. And then I use my I Heart Makeup Peach and Glow. I love this. It's got this really cute packaging. It looks like chocolate bar, and I just love this. So I used the pink for just a bit of highlight on my cheek, and then I use this part here. I didn't actually touch the gold. The gold is blinding. I used where the pink meets the gold, the center part on my cheekbones, and you can see it's really nice. And I also used it in my inner corner as well, on my nose, T-zone, blah blah. And then oh, concealer. I used the Maybelline what do you call it, the instant anti-age eraser concealer in the color tan, yes, tan. I'm gonna feature it because I've also bought the Super Stay foundation. I'm gonna do a video on that as well, and I'll feature this. I also bought the caramel one. I've never actually tried the caramel one, so this is the one I use on my under eye just for everyday highlighting and everyday concealing. And then for to clean up my brows, I use my old bougie NW40 Studio Fix concealer. This one I haven't tampered with. This is as it is, and it's just a really great concealer. I actually just rediscovered it. I totally didn't use it for months on end, but it's really good for just cleaning up your brows. That's what I used. And then for my lips, I used my new favorite lip gloss, and it's from the Nudes collection by Revolution. It's the color Exposed. It looks like this. It's like my lips but better. And I also teamed it with the Revolution Glory lip liner. This lip liner stays, and it's a deep kind of brown, a deep chocolate brown, and it stays on. If you put it all over your lips, you need to put lip balm under it, and you also need a lip gloss, because it's one of those really stick on lip glosses. It doesn't wear for the whole day, but it's tacky, so you need something on top of it. So this and this is great. And then my eyes, I use my Kiko mascara. I've never featured this. I use this every day. I've been using it for 4 months actually, if not more. This is the Kiko treatment mascara. It's for my lashes, and I also have the nighttime version. I think I'll do a video on that. I've got so many ideas for videos I don't have time to do, but yeah, I just thought I'd feature this, so I'll give it a quick shout out. It's been really nice. It's it definitely helps with my lashes. I don't wear false lashes every day. I struggle to wear it for events even. So mascaras like this are a lifesaver, and I think that wraps it up. Oh yes, and my setting spray is I went back to my Revolution Pro Fix Amazing Makeup Fixing Spray, and it's this one. So those are all the things I use on my face, and that's also for my own reference, so I remember to put them in the description box when I am actually filling out the information. But yeah, so those are everything that I use. And lastly, my Profusion contour palette. Love these two shades. They're the perfect shades for contouring. I just used it just on the short side here, just to bring up my cheekbones a bit, and that was it. So I'm just gonna see how this wears for the whole day. I really love the finish. It looks flawless on camera. It looks really great. It looks even nicer, and it looks really nice in person. The setting spray definitely helps to bind everything together. And yeah, so even though I didn't really want to wear foundation in summer, it's not as hot today, so yeah, I thought I'd risk it and see it. Plus I'm going to be indoors anyway once I leave my house, and then get where I need to get. But yeah, so until next time, I will see you actually no, not until next time, I will see you at night, really late at night, and I'll just show you what the foundation looks like. So I love the finish, as I said, and it's really good coverage. It's a good price. I don't know if I mentioned the price. The price ranges from, I got one of them from eBay for about £6, and the other one I got on promotion for about £8, I think. But at Superdrugs, if it's not on promotion, it's about £12.99. It ranges from £9 to £12.99. Max Factor is one of those high-end bougie drugstore type brands. But yeah, so this is everything, and I will see you in a couple of hours. Yes, we are late, so I need to go, but I'll see you in a couple of hours. Bye. Hi everyone, so I'm back, and the time is now 12 o'clock. So I think I started applying the foundation around 3:30. I probably finished it around 3:40 or so, and it's now 12, so about 8.5 hours or so. And yeah, I remember saying that it wasn't particularly hot, only because I could feel a breeze through my window. By the time I stepped out of my house, it was blinding. It was so hot, like I could feel my skin like heating up. So I feel like that probably didn't give this foundation a fair shot, especially compared to all the other foundations that I've tried. They've actually mainly been in winter or mild weather in like spring. So yeah, I think this foundation has held on so well, considering how hot it was, and I was walking in the sun for quite a long time before I actually got to where I was going. Yeah, so the foundation's really held up so well. I feel like it looks a tad dewy on camera, but it isn't too dewy in person. I really like how it looks. I like how it's still held on. Basically the whole perimeter of my face is still normal. It's just it's not like madly matte, but it's maybe like a satin finish, but it's not too dewy. It's just down the center of my face, and this is not bad. Usually with some other foundations I have, I would have been a lot more oilier than this. I would have had to blot a lot earlier on, but for this is what it looks like so far. I have a little bit of creasing on my smile lines, but I feel like if I just pat that with some powder or something, I'll be able to sort it out. So yeah, apart from the fact that after a long day it's creased into my smile lines, which is fine. Most concealers, most foundations do that, but the thing is, most foundations clock out quite early, and this only started doing this like sinking into my smile lines probably around the 6-hour mark or so. So it held on really well, especially considering how hot it was. I expected this foundation to basically melt off my face when I was walking in the sun because it was so hot. But yeah, so it's held on really well. Oh, I can see a mosquito. Gosh, yeah, it's held on really well. I'm so impressed with this foundation. I don't know what took me so long to try it. I'm glad I did. And you need to get your hands on this if you want a really good everyday foundation. That, to be honest, this doesn't even have to be everyday, because once it melted into my skin, once I applied my setting spray and powder, you saw the result. It looked flawless on camera, and for the longest time it looked flawless as well. I feel like if I just touch up with some powder, I'll be back to how it was before. And it's held on really well. It hasn't broken up anywhere, and it looks good. Definitely, I'd say it definitely looks good for something I've had on all day in hot weather. So I'm really impressed with this foundation. It's definitely in my top 5, just regardless of whether or not it's affordable or not. Just overall top 5 foundations. This is a very close second to my Maybelline Dream Satin, and it might just be even better than my L'Oreal True Match as well. I like the consistency, I like how it applies, I like the shade range, but it definitely needs more. I mean, for Drugstore it's fine with 18 shades, but we need more in the deeper, darker, or at least starting from the mid-tone ranges. You need a little bit more colors, a few more options, but apart from that, I don't have anything else to say on this foundation. I really like how it finishes. I'm gonna wear it again tomorrow, just basically wear it for the rest of the week because it's held on so well. I'm so impressed with it, and yeah, you need to get your hands on it. And that is all I have to say on this topic right now. I'm so tired, I need to go to bed. But yeah, so it is definitely a pass. It is approved. I will see you in my next video. I can't even get my words together. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Have a blessed time of day. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. Have a blessed evening, night, afternoon. Insert here what time of day it is. And I will see you in my next video. Until next time, bye.